It's been a while. We had a really good rain last night. Of course, the rain doesn't get inside the greenhouse. I thought maybe I was going to be okay with mosquitoes this morning. Well, let's check out these peppers because that paprika pepper is turning red, and we have a bell pepper over here that's turning orange. Some carrots. Patch out. This is where the heavy bucket was sitting, so it really liked that space. Some peas growing up here, a couple zucchini plants. Put the last of my kohlrabi seeds in here. We'll see how they do. And then along there is my parsnips that I hope to overwinter. Have this cabbage, which is really good. These salt and pepper cucumbers are really producing a lot of fruit. And the tomato, we may not see tomatoes on there. Not even a green stage. On faux something or other beans. Just look at how pretty those flowers are. I've shown you all of my cords broke, which means my tomato plants snapped. Looks like they're holding on. We're gonna move the little greenhouse to this section, and we're gonna put a fence up here. We have to put that up now before we put the greenhouse over top of it. Volunteer from last year, but look, it'll have tomatoes. Okay, so let's recap my spring summer garden. My greenhouses, hoop houses, total win, completely win. I put them up because last year rabbits and chipmunks and squirrels ate everything, and I mean everything. So that's why I got the hoop houses. This year, haven't seen rabbits, squirrels, and chipmunks, but I think it was just to guide me to get them because it's been a success, and I can say I'm a gardener now. Okay, so tomatoes in the greenhouse, they loved it. I really did well. Needed something besides twine holding them up. It just got way too heavy. So definitely putting up a fence trellis for them to attach them securely to. So that will be the journey next year. It was tight corners in the little greenhouse between the tomatoes and the beans. The beans loved it in there. Holy cats, I had so much beans. We don't like beans. But we grew beans and we ate beans. We ate beans because we grew beans. So I put a lot in the freezer or freeze dryer. So they will be going into soup in the winter months. Beets and onions inside the bigger greenhouse, they worked. The soil was crap and I didn't do anything to it. I just put seeds in because I haven't been able to grow anything anyway up to this point, so it didn't matter. And then stuff grew. So next year, putting in some new soil and lots of mulch and compost and stuff to have really good base, I should have an abundance of really good crop. The cabbage loved it in that little greenhouse. Don't know why. But it did, and I grew 4 or 5 good heads of cabbage. Never grown them before and been successful. I had bought one strawberry plant and I put it in one of the cloth grow bags. It has loved it, even though I haven't taken good care of it, and I've been eating 1 or 2 strawberries off it all summer long. So that's a win, so I'll be getting more of those. And I think I'm gonna buy one of the green stock upright planters for strawberries, for dill. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, I've thought it's happening. It's kind of who I am. Basil. My basil grew well. Basil I'm gonna plant everywhere because it's apparently really good for repelling the insects that you don't want, the predator insects. And oh my goodness, on a toasted tomato sandwich and you put some sprigs of basil on top of it, game changer. Love it. So next year, really looking at what is it that we want to eat. And I do this every year, and then I get all excited and I'm going to try this, and we don't eat it. So really planting a lot of what we eat and I really looking at in my garden, planting primarily for fresh eating and preserving leftovers, but for canning, etc. I don't can, I freeze dry, buying in bulk and letting the farmers do that for me. That's my way to go. Last but not least, my trellises. It was an experiment. Fall gardening, an experiment. Success, success, success. It's gonna look so good. Growing beans on it, growing cucumbers on it. I have not been really good at growing cucumbers this year, but way better than I've ever been in the past. Which is so crazy because I grew up on a farm and we grew cucumbers, acres and acres and acres of cucumbers. Not successful. Anyway, trellises successful. And so looking at how I want to do that so that I can have summer flourish and fall flourish. There we go. Your joy. And grow your own food, even if it's one little tomato plant on a balcony, to be able to grow it and harvest it and eat it really gives you that sense of connectedness with the earth and understanding of where food comes from, and really appreciating the whole process and making that connection. That's find your joy, make that connection with the earth by growing your own food. Take care, have a great day, stay well.